check, try and run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Try and tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMP. Go and get your self-esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Long tell me.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. And the Washington football team taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
Now, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Mark Ingram, the Raven ball.
A look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 16 carries, 63 yards.
I can remember the last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. The 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. After all of the turnover woes that they had last week, another turnover on the first drive of the game.
And when you dive into the analytics of football, it's real simple. If you're down in turnover margin, you're not going to win very many football games. The best teams always rank in the upper part of the league in terms of turnover margin.
And last week's number for them was 5 turnovers. And as you saw, another one there. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
He's tackled at the 7.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Second and goal.
Jackson from the shotgun. Open man, Boykin, he's got him. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Complete to
Miles Boykin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route.
Haskins.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A solid stiff arm. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Jackson on first down. Snead's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
And that's understanding where the markers are because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drip back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Washington nothing.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Stop short of the goal line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Takes over 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to base.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted by the Ravens.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. It's complete to Snead. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Complete to Willie Snead.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
A year ago, Lamar Jackson led the league in touchdown passes with 36. And many of those went to his tight end, Mark Andrews, who went to the Pro Bowl in his 2nd season in the league. He led all tight ends with 10 receiving touchdowns in 2019. Many people argue that he's Jackson's go-to guy. I say there's no doubt that that is his main target, and he goes to him again for a touchdown connection.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Derek Wolfe that time, the one who got in there to make the play.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now on 2nd and 13, Haskins. And this one caught by Delaney Walker.
Haskins pass.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And they'll indeed go for it with Haskins. And he locates Walker, complete. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Haskins. And Walker has it. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. Complete. Richardson has it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
At the Ravens' 38-yard line.
And that is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Haskins going to throw again. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he's taken down inside the 30. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Haskins. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. The 40, 30, past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10. At their own 21.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. In 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Steven Sims. Incomplete. It's
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. Haskins slings this deep for McLaurin. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Ravens. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right,
folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
3rd and and 2.
Haskins will throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory. And a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the postmortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision. No matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. A very solid gain of 27.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
For Baltimore.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 81. 58 for Mike. 58. 58 for Mike. Hey, let's get that ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. Yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
He'll take over first.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Ingram. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A gain of 15.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Jackson to Snead that time. First down, Baltimore.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens add on.
Justin
Tucker now for the extra point. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He'll layer this one out deep for Sims. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter.
That's the end.
Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. You know, you know.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 30 yards. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one, you're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Washington offense back out there. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards that time at a Washington first.
At the 43-yard line.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, Ingram. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go do the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
The ball carrier.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
Check, 53 is light. Keep it up, defense. Finish it on.
Delayed game offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the penalty, it's Ingram. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Ingram, the ball carrier.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Baltimore, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcaster.